Hello and welcome back everybody to the Mineski Pro Gaming League Season number 6, sponsored by Gigabyte, SteelSeries, ViewSonic and the Secret Shop Philippines. We of course are HeflaTV, the English coverage for this tournament, at least for the time being. MSI Evolution Gaming Team versus Rave, game number 2 of this 2-game series, guys. I'm Coucher and I am joined by Heflamoke.
Yep, and game number 1. I'm really surprised. Like I already said it to the viewers in the chat. I was very surprised. I actually thought, oh damn, this Tinker, after they stole his stacks and the Ancients, I really thought, oh, this is gonna take a bad turn. Like they're gonna take over pretty soon, especially because the Spectre didn't have bad farm at all. But before this Spectre did any significant damage on the team, like everything was over. Plus, they had with this Void just a better pickup. Like it came down to what we said in the draft already. Like this Silencer Ancient Apparition, it just did not work out. They could not drive Jo out of his lane. And in the end, like what was left there? The Tinker found his farm mid. I wouldn't call this lane lost at all, even though he did okay-ish, but the Razor did fine as well. But then bottom, okay, the Spectre did fine against the Void as such, but they both got farm, okay farm. And the top lane, well, that was a bit fall from back, but overall, Rave just, you couldn't call any lane really lost. And therefore, they just got all their cores and everything they needed up.
Yeah, and well, we'll see if we're gonna actually see some different bans coming out now. MSI Evolution Gaming Team, they started with a Razor ban, which they themselves ran in the first game. I mean, mid lane Razor, he got some pretty nice farm as well, but just wasn't enough by the end. Viper also banned, so Rave, it's like, oh, do we ban out Lycan? Do we take out Faceless Void? I mean, both of them are extremely strong heroes. They themselves just showed us how strong a Faceless Void can be. But giving away Lycan to a dire side definitely also isn't just a walk in the park to just go up against.
Yeah, like at the moment they have to decide between Lycan and Void, and they decide for the Lycan, which means MSI, if they want to, they can take the Void.
And if they don't, I'm pretty sure Ray will be more than happy to pick it up for themselves. Maybe even just once again, like, get a Faceless Void straight out Tinker, to be honest. But
Maybe both.
Yeah.
Again.
Man, it would be too sick. But it's not like that combination has a 100% win rate or anything. And if you go for Tinker earlier on, MSI would have more time to try to counter it, but just look at their time. Usually it's like first pick is so easy to go for, but depending on some certain bans, it's like, what the hell do you actually pick up? I mean, whatever they pick, the Rave side will have just two extremely strong heroes for themselves. So if MSI, if they go for Faceless Void, actually they go for a Tidehunter, so, I mean, are Rave gonna jump at the opportunity to go for Faceless Void number 2?
I really don't understand this one. Like when it's about, I mean, if you ban Viper and Razor and the other side bans Doom and Lycan, there's still Void and Tinker and Death Prophet to go for. And I value these heroes much higher than a Tidehunter. Yes, Tidehunter is an awesome hero, but you can secure him like in the second pick or in even the third, fourth, unless the team bans him in the second stage. But this is a risk you have to take. Now Rave will secure the cores for sure. Like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a Void and or a Tinker or maybe a Death Prophet Void or something like that, because they can. Like they have the two picks now and never change the running system. It worked for them once. Why not going for it twice?
I mean, they definitely could go for it, especially if the Tinker on the Radiant side, he can just pretty easily stack up his own Ancients. But Nature's Prophet is the first pick. Well, we saw Chrissy playing a pretty beastly Nature's Prophet. Just itemization is, I guess it's rather common nowadays to go for like a Blade Mail and whatnot. But yeah, Faceless Void, Nature's Prophet, at the very least, MSI, they will have a chance to ban out a Tinker now in the second phase, or pick it up here.
Yeah, or pick it for themselves. Maybe that's a good decision. I actually thought they secured something else, but okay, they really wanted their Nature's Prophet, but still, they secured a Faceless Void, and it worked out once, so why not going for it twice? Plus, they can go this time for a different set of supports, maybe some damage inside the chrono, but I like their approach that they were not relying on, I say it, too much, like this traditional setup where you have like one chrono, and then you just pick the heroes ranged plus the heroes that might put a lot of damage inside the chrono. This time, or like last game, they were like, I mean, Vengeful Spirit couldn't do much into it. The Tinker like mostly didn't even need to TP that close to the chrono, or he had to TP to a creep that was inside the chrono. So mostly the Void actually did this job alone. Sometimes here and there, Shock, of course, but well, let's see what they pick here. Like, I really missed the Witch Talk last game, but they didn't even need it.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, we do see Skyriff Mage, which it can, in theory, just stop the initiation from Faceless completely if he has nice positioning and good reaction. Because Faceless Void, he needs to time walk in, and the Chronosphere isn't instant. So there's a chance, a small one, that the Ancient Seal might come out in time. But we'll see how fast he can react. And while MSI, they do ban out a Tinker together with a Death Prophet, whereas Earthshaker, the first ban from Rave, maybe like Wraithfire, not Wraithfire, the Wraith King.
Yeah, sure. Why not? So Tinker, Death Prophet being banned out, those two are actually expected to be like on Rave's first picks, but sure, MSI does probably the right step here, banning them out. So Weaver and Earthshaker, that's fairly interesting, to be honest. Like, I don't have to fully understand why Rave is doing that. I mean, okay, Earthshaker for the laning stage, yes. The Weaver, okay, that one is beyond my I don't know, imagination.
It just
like,
must be, I mean, they banned it last time around as well. Must be something that MSI likes to run. And of
I
course,
guess, yeah.
apart from the Chronosphere so far, Rave, they would have nothing to lock down a Weaver.
That is also true. But, well, let's see what's coming out. MSI has like 2 more to go, and they need to start getting calls, because right now we have the Nature's Prophet already by Chrissy, so we have a similar setup like last game. That means Rave needs a mid hero, and they need a second support. For the other side, we have still core, mid, and second support.
What would you think about an OD for MSI here?
Interesting against the Faceless Void till he gets BKB for sure.
And just defend against Chrono, or defend people in the Chrono, just after imprison them up. Same against Ice Blast potentially. But of course, it doesn't do too much as far as just counter pushing goes when Nature's Prophet is ratting it out. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind something like a Storm Spirit. They don't have to go for it yet, so they go for a Shadow Shaman. Solid 2 supports, pretty good even. Just having the Mass Serpent wards, and not only that, denying it to Rave. Rave, of course, Witch Doctor, definitely a possibility here. But if Rave actually don't get any solid lockdown, I wouldn't mind MSI going for a Storm Spirit and just trying to snowball this game.
Yep, absolutely. But they picked the Shadow Shaman, okay. That is, I guess, okay if you have really the initiation on your side. So we have a Silence, we have a Slow, we have a Hex, and a Shackle, as well as the Slow from a Tidehunter. And of course, if you count the Ravage in, another Stun, but okay, it's full of Disable still. Like, that means in the last 2 ones we have to see mid plus a core, and it's gonna be like some sort of single core.
Well, it will be interesting to see which or what either team wants to go for. I'm hoping for something crazy, maybe from MSI's part, specifically since they need a surprise factor, a wow factor here as Rave. They go for Revengeful again, so they really like that hero. They played it yesterday against Invasion as well, I want to say. Of course, you can swap people out at the moment. I guess you swap people out of Mystic Flares, but then you're in there yourself, so...
Yeah, no, that's not a good thing. And yeah, the Brewmaster got ignored so far. That's why I didn't understand the Earthshaker Weaver one, because like this hero was still in the pool, and I would have preferred the Panda over the Weaver. So they picked this one up. This is gonna be the mid, and that means they're gonna like take another core, farming core, and that could as well be a Spectre again, even though the Spectre just didn't work out last game.
Yeah, man, I'm just hoping I'm not going to disconnect at the moment. Oh, yeah. Whew, it's fine. Got me the red letters at the top right for a second there. Got me worried. But I guess it happens every now and then with Southeast Asian servers.
No, I'm for some reason I'm absolutely fine. Like, had no problem whatsoever.
But it was like for 4 seconds or something. But Lone Druid banned from Rave.
Yeah, and I don't understand this one either. But we saw some Lone Druids already coming up. Like, even today, was that your first game with a Lone Druid? No, that was somewhere else. I think that was in the WEC.
Yeah, it was Sylar playing the Lone Druid against Cloud9.
Ah, yeah, true. Yeah, I somewhere I saw a Lone Druid today. Like, I'm always trying to have a glimpse at other streams as well, what they pick. But yeah, Lone Druid is, which means MSI, they can go for any core they please. It could be probably everything, but I have the feeling it has to be something with a Kavoom, Like,
But
really.
how do Rave lane this at the moment? Do they pick up a mid laner now? Ember Spirit was banned, so MSI they also think that Rave most likely will just run faceless solo, or I guess they could do the VG kind of style like they did at TI4, have Nature's Prophet in a tri-lane farming up, and actually Nature's Prophet, Ancient Apparition, Vengeful. It could be rather deadly, just 3 ranged heroes with Chilling Touch, right-clicking away.
Yeah, sure, why not? No, but they're gonna pick greedy. There has to be like something else. It has to be
And,
something greedy.
well, Invoker, it's not too greedy to be honest, but I really love it. Just before this, they had more or less only the Ice Blast to follow up into the Chronosphere. Wrath of Nature, yes, potential bouncing around as well, but now that also increases their pushing power. Usually Expert Invokers, they just go for Hand of Midas Necrobook. So between Nature's Prophet and an Invoker, there's a ton of push. Faceless Void coming in for the team fight with the Ice Blast to fly. And I mean, I just really like their lineup. It's pretty well rounded, and the Invoker, at least with the Cold Snap, offers 1 extra stun for their team.
Yeah, and Morphling it is. So no Spectre, but it's greedy enough. It's a Morphling. I still don't like it. Brewmaster Morphling. Morphling takes a while till he's up and running. Brewmaster is...
Well, I just
Okay,
like MSI's lineup now more than I did last game, just purely for that one little addition that they have, the Shadow Shaman. This time around, they actually have some proper push themselves with the Mass Serpent Wards, and without the Mass Serpent Wards, actually the Roche would also be pretty damn slow. So they have that going for them. I mean, last time around, it's like, yeah, even if you win a fight, you can't really go for towers too efficiently. They had Razor with Aghanim Scepter, but just that hero just died too fast.
Yeah, it's... I still don't see this happening, especially... I don't know, to be honest, like, I'm really baffled here. I'm sitting here and I'm trying to imagine certain, like, scenarios for MSI, and... I mean, sure, the Brewmaster, he's gonna be very effective against the Ancient Apparition, maybe even finding the Nature's Prophet or Ninja Boogie, even though, like, Ninja Boogie, is he gonna pick up... No. Okay, Ninja Boogie on the Ancient Apparition instead of the Vengeful. That's quite a surprise. But either way, I'm just trying to imagine these scenarios. Like, this Morphling has to do the work, most of it at least.
Yeah, and Ice Blast is so good against Morphling as well. Just Strength Morph, yeah, kind of negated.
Well, at least he doesn't gain anything on top of it. And even the Brewmaster, like, the only thing that they have to shut down is the Brewmaster. I mean, they don't have a silence for it, but that's why I like the Scarab Mage being on their side. So maybe the Invoker, Orchid on him might be interesting, because if they find the Brewmaster, for example with the Chrono before the Primal Split, then they can make sure with the Orchid, like at the end of the Chrono duration, that he really does not go in the Primal Split. But of course they have to work against like Hex, Shackle, and the Ravage coming out, as well as 1 silence and a slow by the Scarab Mage. The Primal Split, like if the Panda gets caught out too often, then he will play conservatively and just go for the Primal Split, maybe even without the Thunderclap as the opener. Then again, the Panda, if he finds double Thunderclaps on the supports, for example, and a good Primal Split, he might end up really getting this double kill there before the supports can really do anything significant. But let's see. I was more on MSI side draft-wise in the first game, because I actually thought the Spectre is gonna do more, but in the end he was really a big disappointment. This game, it's all on the Morphling, but the surrounding heroes, they are a bit more potent, I think.
Yeah, but to introduce the lineup to you guys as well, for the last game of this particular series, Rave, for them Cast, Aishan will be playing the Vengeful Spirit, leaving Cheo to play the offlane Faceless Void once again with Ninja Boogie on the Ancient Apparition, Ryoir on the mid lane Invoker, and safe lane Nature's Prophet, Chrissy. Triple circlet start, man. It's the thing at the moment.
Yep, absolutely. And wait, you just had the Radiant side? No,
Yes.
wait, the Dire side. What?
I had the Radiant one.
Yeah, no, I'm confused because like they're all camping here. Like I was looking where they camp, because Ashen on the Vengeful Spirit is camping top and bottom. We have them also just eating through all the trees. Like they're both waiting for anyone to come. But either way, let's just go for the Dire side really fast. And you gave me the awesome names again. So this is JYC. And then on the Rasta we have BYB on the Titan. Then in the mid, of course, we have Shenru, and top we have Mr. Jotan.
And you got to learn them names as well. But Chrissy is in so much trouble already. He comes in, eats a tango, eats the tree, and shackled up already. Actually, will it still be enough? I do believe it will. There's no sprout, no nothing. Gonna get even gushed up just in case. And well, YND on the Skyroth Mage picks up the first blood. So this time they're the ones to strike, and pretty early as well, I might add.
Yep, absolutely. Like last game we saw the roaming of Rave was the effective part. That's how they won their early game. Like they went to each and every lane once and just got a kill. But yeah, this time interesting. Like it really worked out, and they want to even go for more. If he's coming back to this lane, there is a Smoke King waiting for him right now. But he's not.
He's farming up the jungle. It's like, screw this, guys. That lane is not for me. Of course, top lane, we do see Chotan actually pulling through. It is only a single pull, so it won't get too much in terms of just trying to make it so that Rave doesn't get as much XP or gold. But at least he himself will get the last hits on the creeps in the jungle and get some XP from that. But
yep.
JYC, oh, they're gonna get sprouted by a tree ant, which looks really weird.
Yeah, those drains, like these Malfurion mutants or whatever you want to call them, I still think they're funny, but not as funny as like those mushroom thingies. But either way, like Jo, it seems like they completely abandoned him because they're like, hey, you know, this panda is not really aggressive. Plus, Faceless Void, he has everything he needs. I mean, he has Self and 8 Tango, so he's prepared for a long stay in this lane. In mid, Shenron, he doesn't make nothing really happening at the moment. Invoker's doing quite a good job with CS, but, well, he's even trying to deny many things. But
by the way, a Wex Invoker.
Yeah, like Crosswax coming out. That's interesting, to say the least.
What's the reasoning for it? Is like, I guess a Brewmaster and a Tidehunter, they don't really have the biggest mana pool, so if you can catch them with the EMP, they might not be able to use their ultimates, but you have a Chronosphere on your side.
Not later, that's the problem. That's why I don't understand this, like, well, especially...
He's an Orchid builder, at least. Usually Wex Invokers go for Orchid, so...
Yeah,
that's like
I think it's a good item in this game for the reason I even told you before, like the Brewmaster might need an Orchid, but... Well, Crosswax overall, I think it's pretty weak against this draft, but we have to see how it comes. Maybe with him they make some nice initiations, but so far it's just not really working out. We have a rotation, however, in the mid, and there is the stun. Oh my Andrew! That is bad news for him. Now it's all about the right clicks. He doesn't have the wipe form, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
He's still alive somehow. The right clicks are flying in, and in the meantime, bottom lane, Shadow Shaman, they took care of Ninja Boogie, and man, 3 of them were there. The tornado actually kept him even alive for a while longer, just helping him strength morph a little bit there. But in the end, the kill is there. Although Rioer now, he's completely out of mana.
I don't even understand why he did that tornado, because like the right clicks would have done the job. Like the tornado actually forced them to go under the tower. But oh, look top here, Jo versus that panda. Like there's not another thunderclap, but Jo took a ton of damage there. Now he's using the salve to come back into this lane. He also picked up, by the way, Orb Venom, so some harass damage, of course, coming out on the panda, but he shouldn't care too much, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, fighting or man-fighting a panda is always going to be hard. Yes, you have the potential to just time lock yourself, bash out the panda, but I mean, Drunken Brawler, just the crits, he hurts a little bit more, but like you mentioned, the Orb of Venom helps Jo in regards of just counter-damaging it. So far, it's completely even in top lane with farm. A little bit more denies to Chotan, but that's about it.
Yep, absolutely, and well, let's see. I mean, Jo, without anyone's help here, he definitely is not going to get the Brewmaster, and to be honest, the Brewmaster should be relatively safe unless he's getting ganked now before level 6, and that gank might actually happen with the Vengeful Spirit coming in there.
Well, it's still going to be hard to bring him down, although Jo is level 5, level 3 into 10. Oh, he gets the bash as well. He's going to go for more time walk to slow him down. Way off there for the minus armor. It's going to be enough with the magic missile, keeping him in place. Even Chrissy joins the fight, man. He loves doing it.
Yeah,
but will they apply some pressure now to the tower?
Maybe they do
with
Chrissy there, but the problem is bottom at the moment. Ninja Boogie, he is really caught in the trouble here, but he's getting quite nice XP because he's in XP range of all what the Tidehunter does there, and of course that's good news for him. Now we have new observers coming out here for the Scarab Mage. He's gonna pop probably one behind the tower, if I'm not mistaken. Oh god, they really want to find Ninja Boogie.
They're not gonna find him, man. They're not gonna look there, I think.
Oh well, if he sees the trees that are eaten, like if they ate them away.
So it's so close.
No, come on. One turn to the right.
Oh no, and vengeful in the meantime, the kill of Morphling, man. It was too much fun watching bottom lane. I completely forgot there's the rest of the game going on as well. But mid lane, Morphling goes down again. He's 16 and 4 compared to 21 and 8, so
Oh,
last
but
hit
looked
twice.
up. I think Jo might be in trouble. No, he's not using the Primal Split because there's still a Time Walk available. But Ninja Boogie, I mean, they're gonna lose the tower here, but at least he almost made it to level 5 here. Almost. Like, well, Titan is gonna get this. This is gonna be a relatively fast Blink Dagger. Like, with the tower last hit, like, let's say 5 more creep waves. So at around 9 minutes, we might actually have a Blink Dagger on a Titan. So that's, of course, good news for MSI. But yeah, also Ninja Boogie. He almost made it to level 5 in the solo thing. But yeah, Jotun top now, driving out the lane and driving the Void out of lane. The problem about Void is he really is out of regeneration. Like 8 tangos and self, it was not enough. Even though they got the kill on the Panda, still. Let's see if he goes back to base and then TP's mid for Chrono or something like that.
Well, he's gonna have to do something. I mean, Ninja Boogie at the moment, he doesn't have a TP. He can't come out of lane, but mid lane, another stun. Nope, he gets the waveform out before the EMP connects and drains all of his mana. Now the slow onto Rior. Summer Keen wants into cast as well. BYB, oh, nice tornado by Rior. He should be fine now.
Yeah, it's too bad. I think they should have casted it at the same time. So because the EMP is definitely a lot slower than say it, the magic missile stun duration. So it had to come a bit earlier. Then of course Morphling had a problem because without mana there's not much to morph, and 2 points into morphing, it still costs a lot for not getting too much.
So much trouble.
Yeah.
Chrissy comes in with BYB there. He has the Ravage as well, but a nice 2-man sprout either way through there with a Quelling Blade on BYB. There's the Ravage onto 2 heroes, but Cheo, he comes in. He doesn't have enough mana for the Chrono. He doesn't need it for the 1 kill. Now he has the Chrono as well. He might have to use it to save Chrissy. Yep, there's the Chrono with the magic missile. Nicely done. And they're gonna get the counter kill, I think. A few more right clicks. Anchor Smash is there. But he's so damn beefy, but...
Chrissy even moving back just to get the experience range there. But yeah, that was a nice Chrono because Jo knew the gush will come any second, and he really did it. Like, it was exactly 1 second left on that gush, and he would have gotten Chrissy there. But yeah, this Chrono preventing it, getting 2 kills, and that all just for Ninja Boogie. And Ninja Boogie also did his duty there. Like, the only thing he didn't manage to get out was the Ice Vortex, but Chilling Touch was out. The cold feet were out, so it was okay-ish. So 5-3 for Rave here at the 8th minute, and the Titanta, of course, with that, he kind of slowed down his Blink Dagger, but he's not going for it anyway.
He's going for mech. Yeah, I thought like that he might leave the Blink Dagger to the Brewmaster, just get his initiation first. Otherwise, the mech would have been delayed by quite a lot. Although once Ninja Boogie hits level 6, even the mech might not make a huge difference there at all.
Yep. And to be honest, I mean, like, he also didn't lose much in this last fight because he bought the mech recipe like in panic mode, fast buy before he died. So he was actually in the reliable gold part, which means no gold lost, really just defeat to the enemy. But he got his recipe, he's going into the jungle and he's gonna finish off that buckler, and that's pretty much a mech done at around 9 minutes. There's a buckler recipe now. Yeah, now it just has to come.
I mean, it's a pretty good timing with Arcane Boots. Actually, he's number 1 in net worth. So having the mech and Ravage early on definitely is gonna be good. Blink Dagger, only 350 gold away from the Brewmaster as well with the Primal Split, which I do believe has yet to be used in this game.
Yeah, the Ravage didn't come out yet. The same for the Primal Split.
No, Ravage was used, man, bottom lane. To just flop, they didn't get kills.
Oh, okay. Never mind that.
But there's a smoke from your Rior and Cast. They want to go to the bottom lane. Cheo is around there as well, of course. They might get Shenrui if they're lucky enough, but mid lane they're gonna go for Ninja Boogie. But bottom lane, EMP will connect the magic missile, the cold snap. They actually keep him in place. No mana anymore. Cheo comes in with the time walk. And all that was...
This time, the timing. It was right. This time it was right because he was already Tornado buying some time, EMP already casting, and then the magic missiles coming out. But oh, Rio, what are you doing here? He's coming in, but now maybe the Titan's a bit too aggressive. But he still has the Ravage and he's actually turning around now. Anchor Smash, he's silenced. There is the slow, but they don't have vision on him now. The last one will definitely do it. And yeah, Chrissy against the Brewmaster, that is bad news.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably gonna go down. The Brewlink should be enough, or are they triple Bracer, man? No, it's not gonna be enough in the end. They might get Ninja Boogie as well. The Skyriff going for the TP out, and that was kind of a horrible exchange. I thought, like, maybe, just maybe the Tidehunter went in a little bit too deep. But the Ravage bought enough time for the Brewmaster to come in with his newly acquired Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Cheo trying to push out bottom lane, but I mean, Face is really not the fastest of pushers.
No, but he's getting solo XP here and everything, so it's okay-ish. Plus, if he goes for PTs on intelligence, he's gonna get enough mana for a chrono, which he can use defensively, or he just goes back to the fountain, which he's doing right now. At least in the mid, Ninja Boogie got some XP, which he only had to share with a Vengeful Spirit, which means we have a level 6 Ninja Boogie now, so Ice Blast is coming out. It's not the fastest, but like he was lucky that he got at least some XP in that bottom lane by hiding very well.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty damn crucial. He wouldn't have been able to accomplish anything on the rest of the map anyway, I think. Because Ancient Apparition definitely isn't the best kind of roamer. Neither is the Vengeful Spirit, since the Magic Missile isn't the longest duration stun, nor is the range of it extremely great or anything. But Ice Blast flying top lane. Cheo goes in as well. The Chrono actually catches Shenru just barely, though. Mystic Player is there on top of Cheo. Cheo, but doesn't care at all. Time Walk on cooldown. Can he go
one
for
hit,
away indeed?
one hit.
Oh no.
Cheo, what are you doing? What are you doing, Cheo?
Cheo the merciful.
Yeah, that was mercy. That was complete
Oh,
mercy.
but
That was
blinked
one
on the
more
clap.
hit.
Tornado EMP though. Jotan, oh EMP just barely off target.
But that was, I think Cheo was like not really aware of the timers there. Like even with the Scarab Mage instant TPing, like he thought he's already gone, but he was just around the corner, but he never even checked for it. Now, well, there's a Shadow Shaman, but there will be a TP of someone else there, and he has only the Time Walk. So you gotta be careful. Shadow Shaman coming on the other side, waiting for the Time Walk out when a TP is coming here. So where's the TP? There's the TP. And is there a Time Walk out? There's the Hex. Hex is coming.
Wow,
Are you
he's in the
kidding
trees now. He's caught. Do they have anything? Tango, something? They have one Tango on
Int
Shenru.
PTs. Int PTs. Do it.
Oh, it's not
65.
enough.
Yeah, well, but that gets him at least.
Yeah, they thought
over.
he's safe. They thought he ran away.
Okay.
The mind games, man. The mind games.
It's the second time like secure kills could be secured, but they're not happening. Okay, so he actually makes it out. Is back to the fountain, but I think in the mid, MSI they want to go for something. Is that a smoke? No, we don't have a smoke up on anyone. So let's see. Theoretically, they could go for everything they want to. I mean, we have a Titan with a damn mech. Say it, a Blink Dagger initiation by a Panda with the ultimate up. So they should definitely go for it.
They get the gush. There's the blink, but no Thunderclap. Just the Primal Split and Ghost Walk by Rior. Cheo though,
Nice.
is he in trouble? No. It's going to be just a tier 1 for Primal Split and Mass Serpent Wars.
Yep, but this is perfect. Like they just wait for the Panda to come in, and then Invoker's gonna use sticks, maybe catch
the
something.
deny.
Nice one. Good.
Usually it's like extra Invokers. They have, I guess, kind of easy time to deny with the extra right click damage, but even farming up, actually bottom lane, look at this, Chris is so much trouble, gonna get silenced up, Jotan should be enough, Mystic Flare on top of him as well, he's so damn tanky thanks to the bracers, but not tanky
I don't know
enough.
why he interrupted his TP. Did you see that? Like he channeled it, then did it, but oh, Shenru, yeah, followed by the Void, but Cheo again doing the same mistake there, and there's the waveform out. That should be safe, or is he going for something? No. I mean, if Chrissy could come in, that would have been nice. Maybe the Chrono holding him in place in the Ice Blast, but no, Cheo decides. He's really reluctant this game, like he's like, I'm not sure, using that, chasing that, like he really has the feeling that they're not on the safe side of this game yet, so this is, usually Cheo is more YOLO than this.
I mean, I guess just holding on to it at the moment. The Ice Blast wouldn't have been there in time, or just wouldn't have been coordinated enough. But at the moment, it's just Chrissy. He's died 3 times already on the Nature Prophet. Definitely not as good of a start as he had in the last game. Doesn't have his Blade Mail yet either. With the Blade Mail, man, just standing in Mystic Flare, he would do it all day, every day, I think. But
still, like he has a lot of advantage still to take for Rave, because all the tier 3 towers are there, and all MSI has to do is being busy somewhere.
okay, we see solo Chrono, Ice Blast to fly, Shadow Shaman, bye-bye. I mean, Ice Blast just barely even made it there, but are they gonna get more Jotan? Blink, Thunderclap? Oh, he's gonna get silenced, going for the TP out, not enough.
That was, again, just too hesitant. Did you see? He went left, then right. He didn't really know where to go. If he would have just instant TP'd probably, that might have worked, because Morph doesn't have Adaptive Strike. So there was no interrupt for him. All he had to do was instant TP. But left, right, left, and like, oh my god, I'm panicking, and then trying to TP when the Scarab Mage even arrived there. So that's another one. But yeah, as I said, space created. Chrissy is at least getting that tier 1 tower, so at least they get tower gold.
Yeah, Rior got mid tier 1 as well, like half a minute ago, so they actually got 2 tier 1s for that. I mean, top lane it was 1-for-1, but core for
Oh,
support.
but Chrissy.
So. Man, don't tell me he's gonna die again. Hex Shackles, they do catch him and most likely will go down. Anchor smashes, Jotan comes in with the Thunderclap. Otherwise, might even hand enough to just make it out of there by running. But top lane, Shenroi might be in trouble. Indeed, he is. Rior, he wants to go for more, possibly. Ice Blast did connect onto Skyraf. Duration ends. There's the Blink Ravage coming up. Mystic Flare on top of Rior. Bye-bye Invoker. Can they get Aishan as well? Possibly. No.
No, they're not even going for it. But yeah, it's a nice play what MSI does. Like, they use the cooldowns on cooldown just to secure everything. Like, that is... Like, since Skyraf Mage dinged level 6, he was part in almost all of this, like, interrupting, especially the TPs on Nature's Prophet. Like, I'm looking forward to this Nature's Prophet having very much soon his BKB, because now he's done with the plate mail. If he's going for anything similar than last game, then we will see this. But oh, that was actually nice. Look at this, in the Rosh Pit. That was Nature's Prophet, Nature's Wrath, plus the Ice Blast, so that really brought them low. So that...
I mean, they want to keep on going Roshan. I don't think they're gonna be there in time, and yeah, I mean, it's gonna be ages for Shenroi at least. Wave after a little bit too late. Now, oh, Blink Thunderclap, Primal Split is Ulation. He can't do anything but run. Maybe get a Magic Missile onto somebody, maybe swap himself out. Yes, he's gonna leave Cheo there. The Chrono only onto one once again, and he gets thrown up in the air. Such an unfortunate turn of events for them. And Cheo, is he in trouble now? Aishan still gonna get chased down by the Fire Panda Tornado from Rior. Long range. Actually catches 4 enemy heroes. Are you kidding me, Cheo? She's down to 60 HP. That's Tornado.
Sunstrike, Ice Blast. Oh my god. Nope, not working. Too bad.
But Cheo makes it out at least. I mean, almost has, well, in treads, has enough mana for Time Walk if need be. Or, what's he doing? He's just getting silenced.
Oh, Cheo. That's the second time he's hesitating so long.
Why the hell did he even run there? He could have just ran like here.
Yeah, he could have ran, he could have swapped his PTs to int and just Time Walk in somewhere in the trees. That would have not been enough mana to TP out, but
he didn't have
the
a
enemy
TP
also
on him
has
as well
to
at the
find
same
you
time.
first. That's... I just don't understand. Like, it's the second time he does such a hesitant play, showing himself there with creeps, etc. Like, he's giving away his life. He not just saved the enemy by not scouting properly or not going for it. Now he's also like twice dying just because he's not fast enough on swapping or time walking or like just waiting too long. His performance game 1 was way better than this game here. He's just not confident enough this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to just go for some kind of like big plays, or I don't know, man. But too big for his own mind to comprehend. Something like that. But the Orchid is finished on Invoker. JYC has a Blink Dagger on the Shadow Shaman, so both teams picking up something. And BYB just already going for the Refresher or Oblivion stuff in the inventory. They're hunting for some kills, but same can be said for Rior and Shenroi. He might be the one on top. He has the Aegis though, so even if he goes down once, Ice Blast to fly. Oh, they're waiting for it. There's the Orchid with the Cold Snap up as well. Ice Blast does connect, and it's gonna be an easy kill.
Yeah, that was the right thing to do. So at least they got the Aegis off, but maybe in the mid we're gonna see some huge fight that's gonna turn this all around, because there's the 4-man smoke, and yeah, I think they find Chrissy.
And Chris is such a sad Nature's Prophet this game around. Last game, it went so good for him, but...
Yep. At least he did something, got the plate mail off, but yeah, that's not really impressive. Plus they didn't have to use any of the cooldowns. That means Ravage still there, Primal Split still there, so let's see what's coming. I mean, Jo is still around top. Is there maybe Ice Blast soon flying? Ninja Boogie, he's level 8. It's also the problem, like that the Ancient Apparition is not getting too much together. 20 minutes in. And let's see. In the mid, it seems like MSI, they just wanna like guarded by the Mass Serpent wards and the new incoming creep wave.
Top lane Shen with silenced up, Chrono up as well. Well, he goes down, TP's into the mid lane. Cliff comes out, Tornado up onto 2 heroes. EMP, will it actually connect onto anybody? Doesn't look like it. Little bit of a waste. Ice Blast completely misses as well. Mass Serpent Ward still down, BYB still has the Ravage and the mech. So this tier 2 will fall actually. Oh, they want to go for Rior, but nice Ghost Walk. He is safe. But it's still tier 2 for Morphling.
And another deny. Oh, that Invoker, like he's like, really...
This is my lane. Mid lane is my lane.
Yeah, no, I mean, seriously, he's really making good plays. Like those precision strikes. I mean, he was well aware of the fact that he doesn't get that tower like defended, but it's the second tower he denies now in the mid, plus that nice play on the Morphling, getting first rid of the Aegis. The second time they get the kill. So it's a tier 2 tower after all for ages plus a follow-up kill on the Morphling. I'm not quite sure if that's really a worthy trade, but sure, it helps to shut down at least Chenroy, plus it takes a bit confidence out of MSI's 5-man lineup, because now without Aegis, I don't think the Morphling is going to join that fight. But let's see. I mean, for now, both teams still have all the options. Like, when it comes to graphs, you see that MSI lost in XP quite something. When it comes to gold, they still are relatively stable between the 3 and 4k mark. But of course, Rave, as I said, one good fight or something like that, and we might see those graphs tipping over to Rave's side.
Yeah, at the moment it's just Morphling, he's not getting too much done at all. He has died 6 times, only been a part of 1 kill for their team. He's going for the BKB, and actually shackles onto Cheo. Is he going to backtrack enough? No, he's not. Greasy, he came in, a few more right clicks actually sprout onto Cheo as he just blinks out of there. So they get the kill onto Cheo and they lose nothing in return, although Ice Blast flying. Now it's going to be off target. Cheo and he is far enough. So,
yep.
When MSI they're getting something, but since the Morphling, he had to go for straight up BKB. Just the carry Morphling is still some distance away.
And now what's coming out for... he's going for the same build, like Chrissy's going for the same build like last game. Like PT's, Maelstrom, Blade Mayor, and the only difference is last time he had 2 braces and a nulls, now he has 3 braces, so a bit more HP heavy, and he's trying to start the split push now. I mean, stats wise he's okay now with like Blade Mayor on and then turning around with, of course, in PTs and Maelstrom. I can at least kill a support off, something like that. Let's see if he can actually apply enough pressure that MSI stops pushing, but I doubt that, because top, they're coming. They are coming for the tier 2. They want to get it. It's 1 out of the last 2
it's
tier 2
going to be
towers.
ultimates versus ultimates. How big of a chrono can Cheo get here? That's the big question. And even if he does get the big chrono, where's the follow-up? Actually, Cheo, see, he's in trouble with the chrono only onto 1 hero. He even caught himself in the Mass Serpent Wars, I think. So, chrono down. Not the best usage of it. They need to get the Mass Serpent Wars down just to prevent the damage on the tower now.
But this is good. This is good news. Look at Chrissy. He's doing the split push. They get rid of the Mass Serpent wards here. I mean, the Titan still wants to go in, but it's a 5-on-4
Oh,
fight.
he's gonna go in. Ravage catches actually 2 enemy heroes. Mystic Flare. Lior, he goes down almost immediately. They have the replicate of Tidehunter as well. Morphling, he went back to try to stop Chrissy's push. Chotan still has his ultimate as well, the Primal Split with an Ag Enemy's buff. And, well, Cheo's just Tidehunter. Replicate now. There they come in. Ninja Boogie. He's gonna go down. Cheo. He time walks in Cheo and he actually over him. Chrissy, the right clicks, they should be enough. Indeed, they will. But will it be enough to get the others? Ice Blast will connect the 2 enemy heroes. Shenrui waveform over the faces for it to get the kill. Actually, Ninja Boogie, he bought back Magic Missile into Shenrui. Will it be enough to shatter him? Yes, it will. Just barely though. Chrissy is on the run. Chotan has another Thunderclap. They're gonna get that kill. So I think it was like a 4 for 2 in the end. 1 buyback and Ninja Boogie. And it's not done yet. Ninja Boogie. He wants to go for PYB, but
They have no damage.
Tidehunter was just standing there waiting for them to come for the anchor smash, but he's going for the TP out. This is going to be a success. Swap through. Well, he goes down.
That's a dominating even on him, and he's a high value target. But the problem is that as soon as, and this is by the way what I said in the draft, that I think like Rave's draft is just not greedy enough. If the Invoker is taken out and Jayo is taken out, where's the damage coming from? Chrissy, well, the Maelstrom is a cool thing, but not very impressive against the Panda and a Tidehunter that have like tons of HP plus Kraken Shell plus mech plus like all the armor that comes along with it. The mischances. Haze was on Chrissy as well, so that is really bad news. That's why I said like I wanted them to go a bit more greedy, and we just had that exactly the situation. Like both of them against 3, and they don't care because there's just no damage coming.
Yeah. So what do you think would have been a better choice to replace the Invoker?
Like you were talking about OD. To be honest, the OD would have been interesting here in this fight. In all of the fights.
I was talking about OD for MSI, man.
Yeah, I know, but like you gave me the idea about the OD, and OD mid would have been interesting to say the least, especially against the Morph, because then we had no waveform anyway. Like defensively against the Primal Split, or even before he gets anything out, that would have been of course interesting. I mean, the Quas Wax, it's all cool, but like it just lacks damage. Like it all comes down to this, and so far we never had a single like tornado EMP strike where the enemy team was really like, oh my god damn it, like we have all no mana anymore, what are we doing? But it has to come out, but it won't come out because you saw how MSI stood there, like all spread, like hiding in the trees, ready to blink in, and this way a Quas Wax and Walker just doesn't find anything.
And actually, Rior now, he's running around with a gem. If he really wanted to, he could try to do something with Highlander. Don't think he would have enough for a kill. But just some harassment, or would have been able to prevent him from farming up Ancients, just delaying out the Refresher Orb, which is not too far off. Only needs the recipe another 1,500 almost. So the BKBs, they need to come at some point. It looks like Chrissy, he has picked up a Mithril Hammer, so most likely will be a BKB. Faceless Void already has his own, but top lane, there's the silence coming out. Chrissy, there's a Ice Blast though. Crack and Shield up immediately for the silence.
Oh,
Chrissy, he's
Chrissy's
caught
blocked.
now. Holy crap, man, this overextension at the moment. Going for the tankiest of heroes who has Crack and Shield, who doesn't care at all about what's thrown at him.
Yeah, this cock blocked by the creeps, by not even his own creeps, just the incoming creep of the creep wave.
And
That
Cheo
went
mid lane. Oh, he gets the BKB before the Hex anything. Chrono up onto Cheo AC. He's going for the solo kill. He's gonna get it as well. I think at least one more right click. Yes, he will. Does he have the time walk? He does. Can he get the tower as well? Maybe denied. No, he's gonna back off. Tower does get denied. And actually, can he get TP out? Whoa, just. That strike actually connected in the base.
Yeah, the adapter strike in the base. I can't even believe this. This is, you know, how perfect that timing has to be to get the adaptive strike. Instant ability. Like, the animation was still there, and it's still, like, it connects in the base. So, to land this point blank, this is like, just, I don't know. This is RNG. Under normal circumstances, he would have interrupted that TP, and that would have been a kill on Rayo easily.
Okay, so at the moment, 15 to 18, 27 minutes in. It's still about a 3,500 gold lead for MSI. XP about 3,000 as well. So who actually has the just late game superiority here?
That's a good question. To be honest, like as it stands right now with the farm and the fact that this Invoker is Course Wax, I think MSI is doing well. I mean, so far that Morphling hasn't been like too much of a part in this game. He has now a BKB, but like besides that, like he's really poor. He is really poor. Like it's crazy how poor he is. 8k in comparison to the Tidehunter. Like there's the Brewmaster and the Tidehunter are both the Morphling mid at the moment.
Is he gonna shatter from this? Oh, the tornado got him into shatter range. They actually once again had the Ice Blast and Wrath of Nature combo into the Roche pit. Although Mass Serpent Wars are down, so Roche still might fall here unless Cheo. Does he have a Chronosphere? Yes, he does. It's a level 3 as well. He actually might make it there if they go now. If they wait a little bit, if they delay this out.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe with the Vengeful Scouting, but there's a Scouting Sunstrike.
Yeah, minus our hips, Roshan go down faster, man. It's lip down for the Ice Blast flying Cheo. He goes in. Oh, Shenro, he goes. Actually gets caught there, but he has the Aegis picked up before now. They throw Faceless Void up in the air as well. Shenro doesn't even lose the Aegis. Primal Split. Everybody else is deeping out, kind of. Actually, the Aegis, never mind. It popped in the end. I guess the Ice Blast made him shatter. Time walk away from Faceless. They back off, so Aegis down. But
I guess that was worth it. I mean,
the Wing of Terror made it fast enough for MSI, I swear, man.
Yeah, sure, but no, I think it was worth it. Like again, and not the Aegis, but oh my god, Shadow Shaman finding Rior here. That's bad news here. He was just low ground, so no gem for him anymore, and that is bad news. So if you take this together with the Roche fight, that was not really worth it anymore.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. I mean, just getting a Roche Gold and XP went to MSI as well. Plus now that one kill on top of that. And
it's a Roche without Aegis pretty much. But I mean, at the same time, Chrissy got some split push going, so the tier 2 bottom is down. But like against like Rior, like losing his life here for 335 gold plus the gold from the gem. If you put that all together, then it was a huge leap for MSI.
At least Jur has his BKB finished now, so that's actually going to be three BKBs on all of the core heroes. Ancient Separation 600 gold away from the Aghanim, so not quite there, but they do have the Chronosphere off cooldown if they want to defend the tier 2, although I think they're mostly going to focus on just defending tier 3 and high ground.
The interesting part is that actually someone of MSI has to come back soon, pretty much, because Chrissy actually pushed the lane so far out that it's already saying hello to the tier 3 tower. The tier 3 tower actually getting there 200 damage, and in the mid we have also Jayo who is saying hello. So the question is, who's faster? Like them going high ground or those two lanes pushing out? But yeah, they have to go back. At least one of them has to.
Yeah, it's just so risky. Actually, they popped the Ravage Mystic Flare. Bye bye, no buyback on Invoker. Of course, Ravage on cooldown. He has the second one.
That's the same combo we saw all the time. And this is Invoker. This is Invoker with the BKB. If he was faster on the BKB button, that all would have not even tickled him. That would have been, say it, Gush, Ravage, Thunderclap, Mystic Flare, everything completely for nothing, but he's just not fast enough on his BKB button.
Well, man, the Titan did TP just next to him, so it would have been pretty hard to react as fast.
Well, the blink is exactly the time you need to react. Like, you saw it on the earlier plays, like how fast he reacted with the Ghost Walk. That's the funny part. He's on the Ghost Walk button, he's faster than on the BKB. So if he just brings the same reaction
the BKB wasn't ready for it yet. Wasn't used to the fact that he has an item to even pop it there.
Well, he died now the third time that way, so he really wants to get prepared for this.
It's tactical bait now. Now Ravage is on cooldown.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
gotcha.
don't go on the replicate. Don't go. Whew. Oh no! Why? Smoke did not break, guys.
Oh, Jayo, it's not your game. Like, seriously, from an amazing game 1 to a...
Man, he used all of his Faceless Void luck in game number 1. I've seen it before. You cannot go for Faceless Void 2 games in a row and succeed.
But why did he use that, Chrono? It was an illusion. The Smoke Gang, was that Smoke Gang existing before? I don't understand.
Oh, Geo, he's gonna go actually BKB up, Ice Blast flying out to JYC. It's gonna be a kill on the Shadow Shaman at the very least, but his BKB is wearing off, going for the TP out. It's gonna be there in time. Actually, no! Oh, that timing.
It's not his game. It's just not his game. That sums it all up.
Oh man, this just really... I guess you're correct, man. Not his game.
It's depressing to even watch that. I mean, like...
Oh, Chrissy though, the CBYB, he needs some damage before the blink. He gets it as well, Rior, he's gonna come in silent. But are we gonna see the Kraken Shell again? EMP is still down. He's going for the TP out, cold snaps, anything? No, already used. Rior even popped his own BKB for I don't know what.
Yeah, he just popped his BKB for unknown reason, because the Ravage was already down. He died to that Ravage, so he should know it's still on cooldown. Like, I mean, it's 150 seconds cooldown, so you know exactly when it's back. And he died from it, so he's the one who should know best. And also, like the fact that he goes for EMP and nothing else, like no Tornado, no Cold Snap, anything that could interrupt TPs. Like, why would you go with an Aegis Prophet against any target that is tanky and
they
has
used
a
Cold
TP?
Snap almost immediately, so it just got Kraken Shell off. Oh man, this... Rave, they're making just small mistakes. Actually, oh, Blink Hex onto Rior now. Can they get the Shackles to follow up? There's BKB, it's on cooldown. But Jotan, yeah, he's gonna be close enough, I think. No Ghost Walk, he's safe. Yeah,
I guess they get at least this off, but still, like, why would you use the Cold Snap? Like, I mean, if you have it, why would you use it at the start against a Titan who's sitting in a Sprout? So I just don't understand this play. Either way, it's not Ryo's game, and also, like, our Invoker here is not doing as well as he did at the start of the game, and that gives MSI exactly the space they need. I mean, Chrissy is working towards, like, getting a nice net worth up here, but the problem is, like, they stack no damage at the moment. Not enough.
They do have Ice Blast level 2 at least now, with an Aghanim Scepter buff. So,
okay.
If they land it on enough people, it's gonna be huge. But so far MSI, actually they've been doing a pretty good job of just spreading themselves out and not getting caught in Chrono. I mean, I don't even remember when was the last time I saw a Chrono which hit at least 2 people.
Well, I saw
they're gonna go for one again. They want the Brewmaster. Ice Blast connects. Well, it's gonna be an easy kill. Minus armor is there. Even the Orchid used on that dead hero from Rior. Well, it's 737 gold given away. But, man, BYB, does he really want to still go? He has the double Ravage, now they blink off.
Yeah, this is a bad decision for MSI to stick around, I think. Especially because the Morphling is not strong enough. Morphling is just not strong enough yet, and...
What, Rave? They still want to fight Blink? They get the Hex, Master Pandoras as well. There's the Blink Ravage number 1. Is he gonna finish? Yes, he is. Ravage number 2 gonna connect them 4 heroes. Can they escape now? I don't think so, Chio. He's gonna get shackled up. Huge mistake. Rior even buys back for this. I don't know why they wanted to fight there. I don't know why without Chrono. Chrissy was split pushing as well. They should have been just fine there.
Yeah, Chrissy was split pushing. They could have forced maybe 1 or 2 TPs and then try to jump in on any target, get a lucky bash or anything like that, a cold snap, interrupt, but it just didn't work out. And I don't know. Like, this is really a bad thing. This is a bad thing of Rave. The decisions are just not as solid as game number 1, and this is not the same Rave. And now Rior, you're so dead, like Shackles, and the rest will come by Shenyu. Actually, never mind that. The Scarab Mage is securing the kill.
Oh man, this just... I don't know why they did that. It was so good for them. Yes, it was a solo chrono, but they got the Brewmaster down. He didn't buy back or anything. They got the tier 2 at the top lane in the meantime as well. Ice Blast will fly now bottom lane. Will connect on JYC on the Shadow Shaman, so he's probably gonna have to back off soon enough, but they just aren't playing as well as they should, or I mean, especially considering how well game 1 went for them.
Yep, it's... But we can't even talk about Throw, because like this inconsistency in performance and the bad decisions, we see this now from early game till the 35th minute here. And well, in graphs, like they had like a small comeback here and there, at least made a dent into like the growth of MSI craft. But if you look at the development over the last, let's say, almost 10 minutes, with Jo just going for bad trades or overall bad trades, it's just, yeah, taking nice shape for MSI. At least experience-wise, they are beyond the 10k. In gold, I guess it could be more for this minute, but that also means there is still a chance for Rave. They just have to get their things together.
Well, they have quite a lot of things to get, whereas MSI, Jotan, he has an Assault Kuras finish now. Will mitigate a lot of the Face's Voice just incoming damage here. Maelstrom procs will still be useful, of course, but... And they are getting the items. It's not like they're super far ahead in net worth, like we saw last game Rave being.
Oh, look at the Morphling. Ice Blast hitting, and there's the Chronosphere. Like, that's a nice combination. And look at this, like, Shatter. Nature's Prophet, Chrissy is taking it.
What? Why did Cast swap out Jo there? Did you think that MSI is gonna just come gunning for the Faceless Void or something, or...?
I have no idea. But with the Morphling down, that's of course good news. Like, maybe they can push and force out the buyback, but this might be also a bad idea because Ravage is ready as well as the Refresher, and I mean they have BKBs, but oh, but there they go for the Shadow Shaman. They also find him, Rio with the BKB and Chrissy coming in, so that's a second kill, and there's still Tidehunter around, but he's TPing out, which means I guess they can go top or bottom lane, either or, and then try and go for a push, because Chronosphere by that time will be ready when they reach the high ground, pretty much 30 seconds. That should time out. Yep, that should be awesome.
Yeah, it should be close enough at least. I mean, the creep wave is coming in now as well. There's only 3 Ents and 1 Forge Spirit pushing it out, so it's gonna be off cooldown. 15 more seconds. But of course, man, there's double Ravage with a double Shiva's card on BYB's Tidehunter now. That guy is pretty damn stacked on the Tide. Is he the highest net worth in the game? Actually,
yeah,
no,
he is.
Chrissy. Well, for their team, yes, he is. But
yeah, for his team, but Chrissy is still higher. Like, he really has a nice turn. He's going now for MKB, which I like, obviously, against the Panda, especially if you have him silenced, and like then you can really go for it, or you can't haze you up anymore, etc. So definitely like that. Unfortunately, Rave, they were not brave enough to like really push high ground or like get close to it, so they force out a buyback, because I think the Rasta didn't have it, but the Morph is actually the only one who has a buyback on the pitch. But yeah, it's Roshan time, and I think this might be our game-deciding fight. We are looking at 20, 25, 38 minutes. Rasta wards now for the Roshan as well. It's relatively fast, but Rave, I mean, they could scout with the Roshan.
They have to go now, man. It's the AC just providing the minus armor, and they're gonna be too late again. And this is gonna be cheese as well. Ice Blast finally flying, but is it even gonna connect on the 2? I guess it is, but actually Raffinator Cheo, he catches still both of them. The Age is already picked up just like last time, but they will get Jotan. They will pop the Aegis this time around. BKB and Chrissy, they're gonna go for JVC. Nice force them to get out of the Sprout though. Can they get Shenrui now, maybe with something? Silences, anything? No. Make him pop his BKB, nope.
They learned. They did the right thing. They knew, okay, they got the Pro Master and they got the Aegis rid of the Morphling rid of the Aegis. But they didn't commit further into a Tidehunter with double Ravage. That's exactly the mistake they did in the other game, in the other fight.
Well, the cheese is still there on Shotan as well, so... I mean, Rave, if they had only done the same like 1 second earlier, 2 seconds earlier or something. But at least they popped the Aegis immediately. Cheese is there, yes, but cheese might not even be a factor if you get hit by the Ice Blast.
Yeah. But it's funny though, like, did any Aegis survive longer than like 30 seconds in this game so far? I don't think so.
No, it really
I think the first Aegis survived like a minute, then Rio got rid of the Morphling. But this Morphling, like, he didn't have the last 2 Aegises for more than 30 seconds or even less.
Yeah, it was like 5 seconds or something.
Yeah.
It was literally, he picked up Aegis, got chronoed, died.
Yep, and that's pretty much the story of last time as well.
Well, if Rave had been on the dire side, man, this game would be so different by now.
Yep, no, or just earlier. Like the problem is like they were like, hey guys, everyone is missing from the map. They're probably doing Roshan, so let's go and contest. The problem is that they're contesting. It's just too late. It's not timely enough. So they smoke up, come in the mid, but the chrono is coming exactly the second Roshan is down. And the funny thing is that like, I mean, they took ages for this Roshan, even though so much was committed to it. Next time Rave is just faster on this Roshan contest, let's say 5 seconds, they might actually turn a game right there. But this way, they actually managed to get rid of the ages, but the game remains the same. Like, okay, experience and gold bonus to MSI, no ages, so we are at status quo. This is status quo all the time.
Yeah, it's just nothing going on, man. The graphs are more or less the same. It does drop down a little bit towards the side of Rave, but still a 2,500 gold lead for MSI. XP actually had a huge swing though, from 12,000 in MSI's favor to only 5,000. So I guess Rave, they are slowly trying to catch up, getting some more damage for themselves. Actually, they have triple Maelstrom on all of their cores.
That's interesting. Now we have Rio farming with Sunstrike. That's also something completely new to me.
Well, he needed vision to just hit over the trees. Forge Spirit's too slow to get there. Oh man, this game
I don't know
is...
if that was actually faster. I mean, what he did there, I think it was slower than just walking around.
What do you think, by the way? How long will this game last? When will this game end?
To be honest, as the game stands right now, 42 minutes with like keeping him up status quo, no team getting like all the ages and all that stuff. Like we might look at the 60, 70, 80 minutes or longer game. Like as long as it's not longer than 125 minutes, I'm all good.
Oh,
you
man.
remember our game,
Yes.
like the 125.
I just hope that the game or the series for the day will end before my computer blows up with all the heat here, but other than that, it's good.
You're a damn computer, damn old machine. But either
No,
way, I
computer
mean,
is
so
fine.
far both
Air
teams.
conditioning, not so much.
Yeah, but still, both teams, they're very, very passive. I think none of them actually crossed the river line except for Rave in the last minute where Ryo, he's looking for something top. He's waiting for a solo one, but MSI, they are sticking together, 5-man all the time. Ninja Boogie is there in the vicinity, so he can get an Ice Blast up, which is, I guess, good news. All he needs is, like, get one of them in there. Chrono, Ice Blast is flying, but nah, they're all just too far away. They're all just playing so passively.
Yeah, at the moment it's just literally nothing happening. I mean, how long has Tide Hunter? Actually, they go in, but BKB on Jay once again a solo chrono onto the Shadow Shaman. He's probably gonna get the kill as well. Yes, minus armor comes out, helps a little bit. Time walk into the trees, TP out. Oh, Jay when this blink couldn't get some vision, and now Aishan will cast. He's in some trouble going for a TP out as well. I don't think BYB wants to pop his Ravage for it, and yes, he does not.
They get away with this. I can't even believe it. Now that means some damage at least done to the tier 3 tower bottom, I think. Oh no, there's the TP by the Morphling, but Tornado completely off target, so... Okay. Like, they could actually start to slow siege and minion siege, as in Chrissy coming in, sending trees and Forge Spirits and everything there. That might be interesting, to say the least. So they get, like, over time, damage done on the tower.
Well, looks
Because
like at the moment they have the momentum, and they're pushing every single lane in.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, but the
replicate
fact is that MSI chooses a way of playing that is like, hey guys, we stick around in our base, 5-man all the time, just in case. And oh, Scarab Mage, you don't want to be here. They actually saw that Jo is here, and now he's on the low ground. You should not be there with the silence when he still has a BKB.
Oh,
But
blink, silence, Ravage, Mystic Flare.
that is stupid. That is really stupid. Without any detection or vision of that area. Like, there are 3 camps. In all 3 camps you have decent vision of what's going on around you, but he chooses to farm that one camp where there's possibly, like, there's the position he is there. There's 3 observer positions around him, like one at the rune, one at the high ground spot, and the one at the high ground entry. But yeah, he's going to the low ground camp, so he has no idea that there's a silence, ravage, everything coming.
Oh, he makes it out, man. Rior, they were trying to go for it with Chrissy. Chrissy was a little bit too late there. Shenru makes it out, but can this be high ground? I mean, they have Ravage number 2 still. Mech is available, Ice Blast. on cooldown for another 15 seconds. Cheo has buyback with the chrono if they want to use it, but they're just farming up mass up towards BYB, maybe, Blink, Ravage, Blink, Thunderclap, no BKB from Yoris there. They get the silence onto Chotan as well. Can they bring him down though? He pops the cheese. He is still alive and will probably stay alive. Nope, the swap comes through with the Sprout at the same time. BKB from Chrissy. But where is the Ravage? Tidehunter is holding on to it. Doesn't want to use it into BKB. Shenro, his own BKB is there. He replicates out just as the Ice Blast actually came. He still got connected by it. He might shatter from this. Oh man, he has to be careful. There's Ravage, number 2. Cheo, he's going to go down again, and that was his buyback. 90 seconds. Shenro actually stays alive, but heals. No, he shatters in the end anyway.
Still, Cheo, it's not your game. If he would have popped BKB, he had a chance of a triple chrono there and get those kills, like at least Scarab Mage and everything. But this way, okay. Oh, Chrissy, let's go for the courier. Easy going. Nothing inside the courier though, but I mean, he gets that kill. It's interesting though because Chrissy really starts to hit. Did you see that man fight, Furion versus Morphling? It looked good. It really looked good. With the Ice Blast on top of him, like the Morphling wanted to get out there, but no chance. He still shattered. Still, Cheo making a difference in this game, and not for the positive part. That's the problem. Like at the moment, he is really doing not so well. Like he time walks in there, getting instantly hexed, which he has to expect if he time walks on a Rasta. But yeah, not using the BKB, dying again after a buyback. That was their push. That was their potential push, or at least forcing the buyback out of the Morphling. And with all this, all these fights and the status quo, and all the passive farming, we actually reached a point where... Wait, Sunstrike? Right? Never mind. But we reached a point where almost everybody has a buyback left, which means this game is going even longer.
Oh man, I expect 59 minutes, unless Cheo just dies again in a huge team fight for MSI, but...
59 minutes? 59 minutes? You're very specific on that one. Or 95.
No, I'm saying 59. You can go for 95 if you want.
No, I say this is going well above 10, I say. Another 13, 14 minutes, around the 60 minutes, or maybe with the next Roshan we might actually have a decision, because Roshan is up again, like all of them are back. The only problem is, of course, now we have Chrissy has no buyback by gold, and Cheo has no buyback by cooldown and gold.
But there's no Ravage, at least for another 20 seconds not, and if they get BYB, they're gonna get him as well. Chrono, they're gonna commit it, I mean, maybe not necessary, but kill secure that time with the Tidehunter down, he has buyback. And if he buys back, he will have the Ravage.
They have to force that buyback. If they go Roshan, they can force that buyback because MSI is expecting them to do Roshan. But at the moment, they just want to go high ground, force it that way. I don't think that's a good idea. I think Roshan would be the key to this game.
Oh, Chotan, Blink, Thunderclap. He wants to go in, but he gets silenced immediately. They need to bring him down. Actually, Hex onto Cheo, the Shackles, Mystic Flare as well. Nice swap. But the Ravage still connects. Will there be Ravage number 2? Yes, there will be Cheo. He's down. No buyback. Rior, he's gonna go down as well. Both him and the Venge will have the buyback, but it's gonna be Roshan now.
Yeah, no split push at the same time by Chrissy. He's farming actually the enemy jungle instead of going forward and pushing. So MSI has the easiest Roshan of their life. That's why I said I think it's a big mistake to go high ground here, because they know any second the Tidehunter can buy back and just TP to the tower. If they would have gone Roshan, that might have been a more interesting fight. Plus the Tidehunter, he has no TP platform to go to, which means the Tidehunter would have been there for this fight, or at least they could have tried to escape before he comes in. There's no tier 2 tower left, but they decided to go high ground. Bad decision in my opinion, and yeah, they pay for it. 3 down, Roshan lost, and this Aegis for once actually survives longer than 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. I mean, his Eye of Skadi finished another 3.2k gold all of a sudden, so they have plenty for buybacks, another cheese as well. Oh man, this might be just the game deciding factor at the moment. And Cheo just dying in that last fight after having bought back made such a huge difference as well. Thank God MSI's lanes were all pushed out, or rather Rave's lanes were pushed out in a sense. So both teams, they are still very much in this game. BKB finished on Vengeful Spirit, so now next time he swaps out, he can actually be safe himself. But looking at the graphs, the gold was almost Hero's Nature's Prophet. What?
They got the kill on the fountain. Ice Blast giving the vision, and the Nature's Prophet just taking him over with the Nature's Wrath.
The gold was almost zeroed out. Now it's a 2,500 gold lead, but 50 minutes in, it's nothing XP. Well, from 2,000 to 10,000, but I mean, even that 50 minutes in, it's definitely not a huge lead by any means.
I still say they broke their neck here by making that mistake going in that bottom lane. That was really, really costly. The only thing they could look forward to is that the Tidehunter has no buyback and the Brewmaster has no buyback. I mean, they don't know about the Brewmaster, but they know of the Tidehunter for sure. Chrissy farmed back his buyback gold as such, so he's a nice backup. Let's see. Maybe they want to push for something. With the Shadow Shaman down, he has no buyback either.
Yeah, and Cheo actually taking a lot of damage just from the illusions of the Morphling at the moment. Oh man, he's already down to half HP, he's gonna go in, Chrono up onto Shenryu. He has the Aegis, man, that's not a wise choice. Or is it Chaos Meteor comes through? He has to get the Aegis to pop, but Cheo, he has to back off now. Blink, Thunderclap, he goes down. There's Ravage number 1, completely whiffs. Will the second one be any better? Silence Chrissy, activates the BKB. Do they want to turn it around? Deafening Blast into the Brewlings, doesn't do anything at all, and Chrissy just TP's out with the BKB. But, man, that just one-man Chronos all around, all day, every day.
I don't understand. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me, to be honest. Like, another Geo death for Aegis. Okay, sure, you got the Aegis down, but you have no buyback on the Void now, which means MSI can actually push forward 50 seconds without that Void. I mean, he's using even the Refresher Tidehunter. He knows they want to fight. This is exactly what gives them away. I don't know if the enemy saw that, but they know exactly now. This is the fight, and this might be Rax.
Oh man, it very well might be indeed. 3-man, actually Chaos Meteor comes through, definitely presses over Chenru, just metastasizes through. It's doing so much damage by now. Blink, oh they get the Hex, Silence onto the rear, Shackles follow up, nice swap, but it's still too late. Invoker down, he has to buy back. But look at the Rax, man, the tier 3 almost falling already. No Ice Blast coming out anymore for another
Chrissy
18
split
seconds.
pushing. That's the good thing, that keeps them alive.
Is gonna be enough, or is MSI gonna take the bait? They are going for Rax, finally focusing on them as well. Shenryu just right clicking away. Not the most damage, but a pretty decent amount nonetheless. Blink, Hex, Shackles onto Rior again. Is it gonna be a dieback? Nice 4-step, but is he gonna stay alive? Ice Blast onto 2, actually, they might lose their life. Shenryu, he's gonna shatter from this. Are you kidding me? Cheotan, he's there with a BKB. He's going over for the kill. Cheo, Chrono up onto 1 once again, but Brewmaster, he's gonna lose his life for this. Can't even pop his cheese. Buybacks from the Morphling, from the Skyriff Mage. They're gonna get Chrissy at least 666 gold. They killed the devil here.
But still, like, Chrissy, like, if he die anyway, you might have just taken that Milirex. I mean, seriously, now that Milirex survives with 150 HP. Their Milirex survives as well, but, like, you could have taken advantage right here, Chrissy, because he was dead anyway. He was dead anyway, but still, okay. All the buybacks are out. Chrissy's the only one who has a buyback left, and with all this, I don't know. Like, it seems like they're more interested in status quo again, Rave. They are not pushing against this because it's, yeah, another Ravage is ready again. But what a messy fight. In the end, what is the summary of this? Like, about kills, I didn't even count, but it's a tier 3 for a tier 3 when it comes to objectives.
Well, it's it's just going horrible. I have to agree that Chrissy should have just gone for the melee racks. Would have given them actually a pretty substantial advantage. Just MSI would have always had to push out that one lane.
Yeah,
especially
exactly.
I mean 53 minutes in, the melee racks going down, they give a huge boost in momentum for the lane.
And I still think I have, like, my honest opinion about this is that they should, and I hate this sort of Dota, but it doesn't matter, but they should go for Alliance style Dota. Because I know if they send minions in, I know if they push out the creep waves just to disable backdoor protection here and there, force MSI not to go out of their base, or if they go out, they have to pay with certain amount of objective damage. They could do, and like they could make this work, like really work. Especially with Chrissy having so much damage at the moment. I mean, he tried to survive and left a Rax with 150 HP. That was 2 right clicks of him, because I mean, that guy has almost 400 damage soon.
Yeah, I mean, he is hitting pretty damn hard. Going for
Without
the
crits.
Satanic as well at the moment, it looks like.
Yeah, which I don't understand.
What do you think of Morphling 55-minute shotgun or so?
Yeah, that shotgun is, I guess, just a utility thing, because he decided to go for the Eye of Skadi first. He wanted the stats, he wanted the right clicks. Now, with the shotgun, he actually can do something against targets that are, for example, inside of the Chrono, or against the Nature's Prophet right-clicking him. So that's, I guess, something I understand. still, like with that Rex, like the Rex would have made the difference in this game. But yeah, we have 55 minutes in. I predicted around 60 minutes, but I'm sure we go longer here actually, because both teams, you see, they really want to win this. They want to stay in the group phase. They want to get into the playoffs. I mean, there's of course a lot of money on the line as well, and yeah, everybody's holding back. Everybody's like waiting for the buyback cooldowns, for the gold, for it, etc. I don't know if that is really the way to go for it. I mean, look at this. Stay in the trees, Chrissy in the trees, Eshen in the trees, top Rayo in the trees. The rest of them is just mid. But oh, what is Chrissy doing? There's the TP. Okay, never mind.
If he had actually gone there, oh my god.
I was just about to get a heart attack there.
Melee racks are way too healthy for that by now, man. If he had gone or hadn't died when he pushed it last time around, or just pulled back immediately, TP there, BKB, right click, and just TP out or something, maybe. But at the moment, everybody's just farming up, farm.
This won't change. This won't change for the next 2 minutes because Morphling has 220 cooldown on his buyback. He has the gold. That's the funny part. But all the others, they have no gold for it. And for Skyroth Mage and Rio, it's even gold and the cooldown what's missing. So, yeah, we might see another 3-4 minutes passive game. Just everyone farming as much as they can. But at the moment, okay, Chrissy even using the Nature's Wrath on cooldown just to push really everywhere they can. The problem is also like the farm distribution on MSI is not, of course, not the most optimal because the Titan at the moment is really sort of maxed out. He picked up Ultimate Orb, so I would guess Hex is coming out from him. I guess the best decision you can go for.
Yeah, I mean, just double Hex is definitely a really good thing to have. I mean, double Hex, double Ravage, double Shiva's card. Usually you would think like, yeah, that just means the team fight straight out, like you only need that one hero and everybody's dead. But it's just, this game is way too hard for either team. They really don't even want to fight anymore. Although Ray, they just have way more mobility as far as just split pushing and pushing out the lanes goes. So just having the Nature's Prophet is such a good thing in the late game.
Yeah, absolutely. But still, like, I mean, Chrissy in game 1, he did backdooring, he did split push, etc. This game, he's very reluctant. And as I said, I mean, like, in this situation, like, having that melee Rex, I really think this decision might have just cost them the game, or at least made it a lot harder. Imagine, like, I mean, we're looking at 5, 6, 7 minutes now, a game that is pretty much like just a standoff, a Mexican standoff. Like, we're in our base, we're not going anywhere, we farm, we wait for our buybacks. I mean, that's at the moment the motto of the game. So if that Rex would have been down, it's not just less gold, less experience, it's of course also more pushing power in one lane, maybe disabling the backdoor protection. And the funny part is, like, even a Nature's Prophet could go in somewhere, get some tower damage done, bait out the cliff, then buy back. Maybe they even commit so much to him that Jo is somewhere in the background and just making a perfect 3-man, 4-man chrono, something like that with the Ice Blast follow-up. That is the scenario I would have seen if this team name would be Alliance instead of Rave, for example. But they don't go for this playstyle.
Well, they are going for double chrono. That's what they're aiming at the moment. He still needs
I don't
to
understand.
man.
No, this is not the way to go for this game.
Well, they are doing quite a lot of damage, especially if the Vengeance Aura is there from Aishan, from Cast.
No, don't get me wrong. Yes, of course the Chronos, they are strong, but I mean, the only reason Jo is not doing that great in the first place is because of his decisions, because he always died just for the sake of getting, I don't know, one kill, sometimes not even on a good target, or sometimes it's really just Chrono suicide for just getting the Aegis down. Plus, he died after a buyback because he was reluctant using the BKB. It's the same on Rio. So at the moment, like by farm, by efficiency, by the game plan and the draft, I would give them even a small advantage if all those decisions were done correctly, like up to this minute. But we had so many mistakes by Rave in game number 2, so in comparison to game 1, they really lost a lot of focus.
Oh man, look at this. MSI, they've smoked up. They even Shiva Scar to get vision into the Roche pit, but it was almost a full 11-minute respawn for Roche. But man, it's gonna be what? The 5th Roche, I want to say, of this game now?
Yeah, it's... No, we already had 2 cheese.
Yeah, so it's gonna be the 5th one.
6th.
5th.
5th.
3rd and 4th had cheeses.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I can't count. I'm stupid. Damn
Well,
you, culture.
At the moment, this Roshan, we thought that the last Roshan might have been the game deciding factor here, but man, if this Roshan doesn't decide it, it's like, what the hell does? Ice Blast to fly, it's going to scout out Roshan just respawned exactly when the Ice Blast flew.
And exactly with my awesome drawn cooldown there. 3, 2, 1. Oh, Roshan is there. And to be honest, I actually predicted a game-deciding fight for the last Roshan, but since it was very weirdly taken,
It wasn't even a fight, man. The fight happened before Roshan.
Okay,
MSI
true.
just couldn't
But
push in after.
this time things are different though, because they
Ice
have
Blast
vision, they know what's going on, and there we go.
Oh, Chrono to one again. The Ice Blast is flying. It's going to be enough to bring down
He's hitting
Showdown.
Roshan.
Probably. Ice Blast actually flies over them into JYC. They get that 1 kill anyway. Does he have double Chrono here? No, actually, yes he does, but he used both of them already onto that one target. There's Ravage number 1, Mystic Flare on top of his BYB. He used the Refresher Cheo, he goes down, no buyback. Buybacks by Morphling and Showdown both. Actually, that might go down to Chrissy, or is he, Sunstrike? Misses completely. Man, who's gonna get Roche? Nobody really wants to commit to it, but they're gonna leave it to MSI again, it looks like.
But yeah, the biggest difference is now the cores are back for MSI. Void didn't have it, and again Jo. Okay,
He used double Chrono on one guy this time.
Yeah, double Chrono on one guy, and he didn't use the time walk out in time to actually survive this damn. So, I mean, in the end, they made an okay-ish trade, but they lost Roshan, lost Aegis, lost Cheese, and only got the buyback on the Morphling for it. So, I'm sorry to say this again, but this fight goes to Jo again. The reason that Rave didn't take the very critical advantage over MSI here is Jo's play. He could have gone out, he could have positioned the second Chrono also differently, which means he could have just ran out instead of waiting for the time walk, but he didn't go for it, and therefore they are in real trouble now. In real trouble.
Yeah, Tidehunter picks up his Hex now and still has plenty of money for buyback as well. Chaos Meteor used just to clear off the creep everywhere. Actually has an AC for himself, but what's the most important thing is that Chrissy, he has the courier with a Necro level 3.
I'm sorry, that sneeze. I think my microphone was not muted yet when that came through, so yeah, bless me. Either way,
Bless you, man. Bless you.
like,
But
I mean, if you sum all this up,
prophet,
then if you sum all this up, we still have a Aegis and a Cheese. Plus, the only downside is, of course, no buyback on the Morphling. And did the Morphling just DC? No, never mind. He just stood there, getting hit by the dragons. That's it. But yeah, we still have no buyback on the Void, which he has to farm up soon for. And well, let's see.
E-Blade on Chandra, come on. 1-0 by it up. Yes, finally. 62 minutes in, man.
63 minutes. If they're
63
played.
even worse,
Jesus.
man. Even worse.
Yeah, that Morphling is like... I mean, this was a mid-Morphling, and he never was in the top 5 farmers up till like the very, 45 minutes or so, when the game was more and more going MSI side. Now he finally, of course, picks up and farm, but I mean, who doesn't? Like, by this point, everybody is starting to get 6 slotted. But oh, there's a Chrono. It's on a Tidehunter as well. That should be enough.
Yeah, they get it as well. He actually even pops. Oh yeah, Refresher catches Skyraf Mage as well. Does Skyraf has buy? Oh no, Skyraf actually doesn't have buyback. The Hex comes out onto Cheo. He
No
didn't get the
BKB.
BKB of nice swap. Cast, he's saving Cheo's life. Actually, is it gonna be his life? The BKB going for the TP out of physical damage might be enough. No, he's just far. Whew, oh my god, I was so scared for them, but Rior, he's still hunting. Chrissy is around as well. They might get Chandra, but he has an Aegis. There's the waveform coming through. BKB from Chrissy is turning it around. The silence comes out onto JYC. They get this Shadow Shaman. He has buyback. Tidehunter already used it, but Chrissy just the physical damage a little bit too much for him to handle. Rior most likely will fall down, or actually Ice Blast to fly Chandra. He goes down. There's the Aegis. This game just won't end. They won't let it. Chrissy, he buys back. Does he really want to rejoin the fight? Oh no, he's writing it out.
Yeah,
Going for the
good
tier
boy.
2.
Finally, he's going for the right decision. The
But your
clip's
Necro
coming
book is on
out.
the courier, man. Your Necro is on the courier, Chrissy.
Get that Necro, come on, get it done. But the problem is by now we have the Tidehunter. He bought back, and that's enough defense against Chrissy. I mean, Necros are coming in, but they're not gonna do significant damage on Anrax. That's the problem. Like, they're just gonna, like, yeah, have some pressure on it, but that's pretty much all about it. So, what a crazy fight. But tell me one thing. After the second Chrono, Jo decided to go for more for the Shadow Shaman. He has a BKB, not used. Why not? Like, that was the first thing a Shadow Shaman does. A Void is running towards you. What do? Hacks him. So he got hacked and really low, almost died there, and was lucky that he didn't go for it. But
Blink Polygraph Sheo, he gets the Chrono Sphere up onto 2 Ice Blast to follow as well. Jotun, he goes down, he doesn't have buyback. E-Blade actually onto BYB. There's the Ravage, but well, PKB was there on Vengeful Ninja Book. He did get hit, but can they get BYB? Maybe the minus armor actually doesn't come through, but he pops the Ravage. The refresher at Chrissy. Oh, if they get the kill, Mystic Flare. Oh man, he doesn't have buyback either. So core for core, but finally
he does shatter.
Down,
I can't even believe it. That Titan are actually surviving, which means he still has a Ravage. I mean, they got the Meteorex, but this means now Rave, they have to hold back for a long time, because right now they have to wait. They have to wait till Nature's Prophet is A, back, and B, has buyback. Otherwise, they might actually risk losing this game here, even though they have gotten this Meteorex. But this is just nuts. These trades are... The crazy thing is also that he died also without using his BKB, but there the Hex was just at fault. But just one more hit on the Tidehunter, he would have shattered, no buyback. A Tidehunter out for 120 seconds or longer, that probably would have been game for MSI. But
by the way,
yeah.
just imagine how different this game could have been when the melee barracks had fallen down, like, what was it, like 40 minutes or something in when he went for his first?
Yeah, 26 minutes we had that go on the melee racks. Like, that difference would have been huge, because the creeps would have pushed by the time they would have been top, and Chrissy could have ratted mid instead of, like, going bottom. Now they had to commit to bottom, like, at 66 minutes in. Still, 50 seconds now on the Nature's Prophet. There's no tier 3 tower in the mid. They only have one Ravage at their disposal, which means they have to defend at all costs. So the meatball is already flying. They try to get the creeps out as much as possible here. And
Ice Blast flying, it's gonna miss though. Is this the opening for MSI? Just no Ice Blast go in, man. Morphling, that's the thing he's most afraid of. Ice Wall comes down as well to slow things down. But the Blink Hex onto Asha, no BKB yet. Rior activates his own Cheo. He's gonna come in Chrono only onto one, only onto Shadow Shaman. He has the second one if he needs it. As Shano, he goes down to the physical damage. Mystic Flare doesn't bring down Rior. They get Sky of Mage with the second Chrono. No cores yet. Buyback from the Shadow Shaman. Morphling, he has it as well if he wants to. Magic Missile gonna get dodged by the Tidehunter, but Rax are alive. They hold on, of course. They use double Chrono for it, but...
How many buybacks did we see? That was one on the Vengeful, right? That was only the Vengeful
Shadow
buyback.
Shaman and Vengeful bought back.
Oh, okay. Those two, actually. So, this was bad for MSI. They didn't get anything out of this. Nothing.
Yeah,
a buyback on a
Vengeful
Vengeful Spirit.
Man.
That's it.
Oh, wow. This game, 67 minutes in. Holy crap. There's only one melee Rax down. We're like, what is this game, man? Do we have a Nature's Prophet here or don't we?
Yep, now we have him, and he is going directly for the range tracks, getting it down, crippling MSI even more. But MSI, they made a bad decision, because now Rave is on the hunt. They have buyback on Jo, okay, that's one. We have Riol, if he gets some gold together, we have also a buyback on him. Those two who can, like, defend most effectively. But they have only one Chrono in 10 seconds. So let's see where this is going. We still have
double refresher,
Ravage.
double Hex still.
Yeah.
FHGs and Tidehunter, and oh, they get the Blink Hex on Cheo, no BKB. There's the Ravage number one. Hits Rior as well. They can't just afford this to happen. Another Shackles onto Vengeful Spirit this time around. He got the swap onto Cheo, but they're on the run. Chrissy, you cannot fall down here. They need to save him. Free-man Chrono. Chrissy, he can't right click at the moment, but does it really matter? Morphling, he goes down without the buyback. Jotan might fall as well. Nope, he gets his primal split off. But JOC, he's going to get next. The Bash Lord is there. The faces void. No, JOC just barely gets the hex and gets himself out as Chrissy. Breath of Nature, anything, 4-step. They're trying to save him. Cheo, he goes in one more right click. No, he gets 4-step out. Boulder does to stun him. Shackles into the Mystic Flare. He is still alive, but finally he will fall down. He has buyback as Ninja TP is out, and they saved Chrissy. That's so important for them.
Yeah, if Chrissy would have died here, bad news. But he's still not TPing out. He wants to push top, while the bottom lane, of course, is pushing in. But still, we have no buyback on the Invoker. 300 goddamn gold is missing here. Now Ice Blast is flying, but yeah, the Shadow Shaman does the right thing. He's dodging it, because otherwise they would have a nice combination. Still, like, it's... Oh my god. Chrissy, what you doing here? He's still... Okay, never mind. He used Satanic on the Creeps. Oh, on the Ancients. So he's full back now.
Oh man, Roshan. It's not up for yet another minute or so. We're 69 minutes in. This game is far from
the
decided.
Nature's Prophet, what he did now, he just... With the Necros, he got the mid-tier 1 tower, got the last hit on it, and that is exactly the gold Riol needed. Now that means we have a buyback.
Oh, Ninja Boogie gets hexed. Ancient Apparition, well, not the highest priority kill. Does he have buyback?
No.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
But
47
50,
gold.
yeah, that's fine. Like 40 seconds, that's okay. But we have a buyback on Invoker. He's already using it because he wants to push out. But look at Chris.
Yes, smart choice as well. The Mystic Flare, you know, he activates the BKB Sprout. No Sprout. Didn't just... Actually, he might go down here, I think. They have the Hex, or no, they don't. It's still on cooldown. 5 seconds, Chrissy. Can you get out? His own TP is on cooldown as well. He has to man fight. He has to go for the kills. Going for the YND might be enough. No, he gets to the high ground. Hex onto Chrissy now. Yeah, he's gonna go down unless Satanic. Oh, it's on cooldown already. Arcane Balls. Anchor Smashes.
That is
He does
bad
have
news.
buyback by now, though.
Yeah, he has the buyback, and in the mid nothing's happening because with the Tidehunter back, what are they supposed to do? They can't do anything. Panda alone, like that's not scary anymore, especially since Jo is back and Rio bought back. So MSI, this is bad news for them. But if they push again and they force a buyback on the Nature's Prophet that way, this is also bad news. This is bad news because if he dies in that fight, then MSI has the chance to come back on this. Like we are 70 goddamn minutes in here, and to be honest, to be 100% sure here for Rave to win, they need to wait the 60 seconds for the Nature's Prophet to come back. They can't go before that. If they force the buyback on the Nature's Prophet, that is bad news. So they have to stick around for 45 more seconds.
And to be honest, I really didn't understand why Morphling even went for that late E-Blade. I guess he did save Tidehunter once while Tidehunter got Chronoed, so E-Blade up tight, but I just think Butterfly would have done so much more, especially since Rave now. They have 3 right clickers who can just kind of carry all the OBO. They get the Hex onto Cheo. They need to follow up before the BKB comes out. Nice 4 stuff coming out from Cast, man. Vengeful Spirit, he's been so crucial with just a lot of good nether swaps. But Roshan, it's going on. 19 seconds on Nature's Prophets.
This is number 6 Roshan. Like, I don't think this is a good idea because Rio is already saying hello to the base.
Oh man, this game is so tense, man. The kill score is so even as well. Looking at the graphs, it
And
is
the
a
tier 4
12k
tower.
gold lead, but that's nothing. XP, well, 8,000. But look at how many heroes are level 25.
Yeah.
Only 4 heroes are not.
Nature's Prophet is back. That is now the advantage for Rave. Rave has the best situation they can go for, but oh, he's getting hexed again. What are you doing, Jo? This is exactly what must not happen. Why is he just going casually mid there, dying alone? I mean, we might have Chrissy sneaking that Roshan while the creeps are taking care of tier 4 towers already in the base. Like, even the second tier 4 tower is on 500 HP, but Chrissy might secure Roshan here. But for who is that Aegis? That's the good question.
They don't have any space. Just sell boots, sell power threads, Chrissy, get Aegis.
No, it's Rio's. And
Jeez.
the Vengeful Spirit is getting... No, Cheese is in the courier. And the Orchid is in Vengeful Spirit's pocket. Like, they have to shift around with the items.
Oh, there's a new BKB on Chrissy now. That's huge. 10 second.
Yeah. With a 10
Has
second,
buyback
you can
as well.
actually turn around and kill Tidehunter, for example, with the crits he got at the moment. I mean, MKB, Daedalus crits. You can keep him alive with a Satanic, like if he's really running low. And of course, maybe even the Mjolnirs would be at some point worth to drop for a second strong item, like a tier 1 item, maybe another Daedalus. Or make it a Rapier.
Oh, Rior. He's actually trying to chase down BYB at the moment. The Tornado. Oh, just a little bit too late. Blink out by BYB. He's safe. Mid lane. MSI is pushing actually. Tidehunter TP there with his Boots of Travels.
And
Rior
Chrissy.
does have a TP. They want to just make face
Go in
away
the base.
buyback.
Look at this, but he doesn't. Does he have enough damage? Oh, the courier! The courier, Chrissy! You wanted to go for it, but he's going for range hacks instead now. And now he's taking away the
That's
creeps
style
with
from
mid.
Shenrui. Mass Serpent Wars as well. This is gonna be melee Rex, or is it? The Glyph comes out, Rior. He's there with the Alacrity, just right clicking away on the Mass Serpent Wars. No, this is gonna be Rex for sure, but it's gonna be counter Rex, possibly Chrissy. Against backdoor protection, man. Are you man enough? I think he is, but it's only range Rex. Oh, now he gets hexed up as well. Was it a mistake? The Shackles, will they follow before the BKB? Yes, they will. Man, he just... That was not a good trade, to be honest.
No, this was horrible. This is just horrible. Like, Rave. Like, I mean, first Jo is throwing like mad by just walking in the mid, getting hexed and dying. Now, Chrissy, sure, you got the range tracks there, but I mean, compared to a complete set of racks in mid, that's bad news. I mean, we still have a buyback on the Nature's Prophet, but they have to wait again. This is a bit more than a minute now. Invisibility on Scarab Mage, and
Oh,
what is
Blink
Jo
Gravity
doing?
shot to Cheo, the Mystic Flare on top of it. Nice swap again. Castis, they want to say that, but Cheo is so low. Actually, the Gash gets the kill. They buy back, as does Chrissy Rior. BKB activated, wants to man fight Shenrui. He's not gonna be enough, but he had the Aegis. He's just gonna be fine. Ice Blast in 1 second. How many is it gonna hit? Cheese on Shenrui. Are you kidding me, Rior? He gets hexed up immediately after coming back. No buyback on him anymore. But Ravage, number 2 is still up. They need to get something now. They want to go for it. BKB, I hear it. Oh, Chrono onto Shenrui Morphling. He goes down, but he has buyback. He uses it. They need the second Chrono, but it's after the primal split. They're gonna kill the Brewlings, but now are they? JYC, no, the Shackles. He's still out of the Chrono. These Chronos, they just were not up to par. And Geo, he's gonna go down now. No buyback. Chrissy, is he gonna be enough? He's thrown up in the air. I don't think he can man fight this solo anymore up against so many heroes. MSI, they finally just
I can't
cracked
believe this.
Rave.
That Rave, that is the biggest throw I've seen in hundreds of games here on HeflaTV. Like, this throw is so real. First Jo, then Chrissy, now they completely lose it. And there's
No!
This is like, are you kidding me?
Three
Man,
heroes,
you can
only the
feel it.
supports are alive, man. There's no buybacks, and this game is still not ending. You shitting me, right, man?
It is ending. There's no way they can defend this. This is an
No,
ancient
I mean,
apparition.
it's a pause. Oh yeah, it's cheat. Rave are like, no way we're gonna wait for a freaking pause here when we have another 2-game series coming out pretty much immediately since this game was so damn long.
I can't believe this. Rave threw this game so badly.
Pretty much Rave needs to win the next one 2-0 to have a chance. Although Invasion, if they tie, if they tie with MSI, there's like kind of a tiebreaker situation. But man, we will see. That's for the next game. But Invasion versus Rave coming out next, guys. Rave, they must be so, well, a little bit infuriated with themselves and so tired after this game to go up against go into yet another 2-game series.
Well, this game goes on Jo. Jo alone, like, his mistakes in the early game made this game so long in the first place, even though they had the advantage, and his suicide in the mid completely prevented them from going high ground, taking at least one or even the last strikes or even tier 4 throne. Like, Chrissy really tried his best, but I mean, against backdoor protection he was just not strong enough, and like dying there without buyback. Also, like, Jo just going in the mid, getting hexed up again. It's the same picture all over. Jo in the front lines getting hexed, dying, game is over, and in the end he did that like 7-8 times in the entire game. Yeah, that is really, really bad for Rave.
Yeah, but guys, we're heading into the next series now. Rave versus Invasion, another 2-game series. So stay tuned, it should be coming up rather soon because we are delayed as it is. But until then, guys, hope you enjoyed the music, and of course, be sure to follow HeflaTV on this channel as well as our other channels. All the links are below the stream, together with our social media where you can follow us. And the votes, of course, man, this Awesome Games vote is going to be uploaded straight after this now. So guys, see you in the next series.